Hello, my name is Nic Ward and I am the Director for the Center for Health and Safety Culture. Our center examines the role of social and cultural factors in the decision to be safe or risky. Today I'll be talking to you about road user behaviors and how beliefs of road users influence their choice of behavior. Road user behaviors are actions that we can observe and actions that often have outcomes, such as impact on traffic safety. When we speak of road user behaviors, we mostly speak about ones that are deliberate, that is, behaviors that are willful or intentional, such as the decision to wear a seatbelt or the decision to drive home after drinking a few beers. As you've already heard, driver behavior is an important traffic safety factor because driver behaviors can be a critical reason for traffic crashes. In this table, we see that between 2005 and 2007, between 92 and 96% of all fatal crashes involve some action by the driver that led to that crash. So if we were to be effective in improving traffic safety, we need to focus on the reasons for those behaviors and change those reasons so the behaviors don't happen again. But to change behavior, we need to understand the reasons why people are choosing to engage those behaviors. Specifically, we will look at the types of behavior that underlie road users' willingness and intention to behave either dangerously or safely. As I mentioned earlier, we are most focused on deliberate driver behaviors. Deliberate behaviors are those that are intentional or willful. Intentional behaviors involve a plan to engage a behavior in a future situation. For example, I may plan to speed to get home after work tomorrow because I have an important family meeting. Willful behavior is a bit different. It is a favored response in an unanticipated situation. So, for example, I may find myself having lunch with colleagues and decide to have a beer because a few of them did as well, and then drive home later. I did not plan this situation to happen, but once it did occur, I was open, that is favorable, to having a beer with them before driving home. So what are the influences on our intention and willingness to engage in behavior? The first category of influence are called beliefs. Beliefs are what we think the consequences, expectations, and constraints are on our behavior within, in this case, the traffic system. Examples of such beliefs might be, this would be good for me to do, which is a form of behavioral belief. Or my friends would disapprove when I do it, which is a normative belief. And finally, if I wanted to, I could do it, which is a control belief. In addition to beliefs, our values influence our choice of behavior. Values are what is important to us. Effectively, they become our goals. Our behaviors are chosen to help achieve these values. As an example of a value, consider the statement, protecting my family is important to me. Getting this project completed on time is what matters most. My safety is important to me. All those statements imply an underlying value and a goal of the behavior that's being engaged. Another influence on our behaviors are assumptions. Assumptions relate to how we perceive the system in which we're behaving. What are assumptions that define the system? What are assumptions about how the system operates? Some simple examples of assumptions in the case of the traffic safety system would be examples such as drivers are responsible for their behavior, or to be effective, laws must be enforced. All these are examples of how we perceive the way the system functions, the necessary principles and assumptions that ensure success of the system in which we're acting. Having discussed the different types of influence on road user behavior choice, we can develop a simple behavioral model that connects these concepts together. Here we can see values and assumptions influencing our beliefs, and beliefs influencing our willingness and intention to behave. Together, we consider our willingness and intention, our beliefs, and our values and assumptions to represent our overall belief system. Our belief system is what inclines us to engage one behavior over another. Our belief system is what creates our intention and willingness to behave. When looking at this model, remember that behaviors are observed actions. In contrast, our belief systems are invisible because they are based on thoughts, and we cannot see thoughts, only the consequences and outcomes of their thoughts. Thoughts are not observable. We have to measure belief systems through interviews or through surveys, when we ask people to introspect about their belief system. Thank you very much. I hope you found that helpful.